Well, we're at the Eco House in Groundworks, and we've been joined by Liz Kendall and Gavin, and also Alan from Groundworks. Alan, tell us a little bit about the Eco House, please, and the role that it plays in Groundworks.
Well, Eco House is very important to the work that we do. We're an environmental charity, and what we try and do is change people's behaviour to act in a more environmentally friendly way. What does that mean? Well, it's difficult to get people to understand what they need to do, so that's where the Eco House comes in. It explains to people, it shows them exactly what they can do, and it's got a whole range of technology to make that happen, but it looks at the little things that people can do, so recycling, reuse, and the whole house is based on that principle.
So it's real examples they can come along and say, actually, if I did that at home, I would be doing my part for the environment.
That's exactly right. We want people to make the small changes that, added together, make a big difference.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to come on to Gavin. We were talking earlier about young people and school children and the work that Groundwork does in schools. Can you tell us a little bit about the changes you're hoping to plan for the house and how young people can get involved in that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're hoping to refurbish the whole of the inside of the house. It's looking a bit dated now. A lot of the technology is getting a bit old, and we'd like to really update it and get young people involved in how they see that happening. It'd be great to get young people to come and have a look around the place, have tours, and give us feedback on how we can make it a bit more relevant to them, and how we could help them to sort of change the way that they live.
The message really for young people is do your bit and a little bit, and then if you all did it, then we could actually make a big difference. Now Alan's agreed for us to bring a editorial team back from Wave to do a big article about it, which is great. I mean, what the sort of things do you find that when you go into schools that young people tend to say to you that are almost like things that are not true, you know, myth busting about how long things take to decompose and things like that?
There's always lots of sort of little things, as you say, how long it takes plastic to decompose, even fruit skins and things as well, but it's just a lot about the amount of energy that people use, or the amount of energy that appliances use, so like televisions when they're left on standby, light bulbs. It's just the simple things, even switching lights off when they leave the room. It's just the little things, the very easy little things that people can do to make a difference.
Great, well, thanks very much. We're going to move on to Liz Kendall. Hi Liz, how are you?
Hello.
And we're here today obviously because you invited us, so thank you very much for that,
Pleasure.
to meet up with the Environment Secretary, Hilary Benn.
Thank you for the Eco House for letting us come along. It's been great.
Very good of them. Now, from your point of view, standing as a prospective parliamentary candidate for Leicester West, what role do you think the environment and things like green issues will play in the next sort of 2.5 weeks of the campaign?
Well, if I'm honest, I think probably in terms of sort of Westminster politics, the green issues haven't been as high up the agenda as I'd have liked them to have been. But the truth is, you know, climate change and saving our environment is possibly the biggest challenge we face in this city, in this country, in the world. And what I love about the Eco House is when you talk about, you know, can we save the world, it all seems too huge and too big. But this place shows you how small changes can make a real difference. And that's what I want to try and see happen in politics more generally, is people doing their bit. Because if we all make those small changes, the big changes won't seem so impossible.
Now, when I arrived, you thrust this into my hand. I'm going to pass it to you now because I think it's the perfect time to pull it out.
Okay.
And if you hold it up, people can have a look.
I don't know why, but this has made me smile the most on this busy day in the campaign.
Yeah, you can actually buy some sheep poo paper, and there's gift wrap paper inside as well.
But what I really like about it is the quote on the bookmark, which says, "A person who won't read has no advantage over a person who can't read." So the pen is mightier than the sword.
Absolutely. And there's a perfect link to the Citizen's Eye being hosted by the Library Service. That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Liz,
Thank you.
Gavin and Alan, for taking the time to show us around today.